creatine, protein, and why you are overcomplicating your fat loss. Okay, guys, today we're talking about something that has been so misunderstood for so long, and that is creatine. And then we are going to be talking about something even more important, protein. Because honestly, if you're not hitting your protein, none of the other stuff matters as much as you think it does. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about creatine, okay? It's not just for the gym bros. For years, creatine was marketed to 22-year-old dudes trying to get jacked, right? But the research now is exploding. Guys, creatine is one of the most researched supplements on the planet right now. And what we're learning is that it's not just about muscle. It's about your brain. It's about your recovery. It's about stress. It's about sleep deprivation. Yes, to all you mothers out there. And yes, it's incredible for women. Amazing. Here is what creatine actually does, okay? So I'm going to just kind of lay it out for you. Creatine helps your body produce ATP. ATP is your cell's energy currency. Okay, so it's how your body powers movement, thinking, recovery, and everything. So your muscles store creatine, right? But so does your brain. Newer research shows that creatine can actually improve your cognitive performance, help with mental fatigue, support brain function and during sleep deprivation, improve strength and muscle recovery, and support aging populations, possibly to support mood and neurological resilience as well. So let's talk about new moms, because I am a new mom with sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation crushes brain energy, okay? When you're exhausted, your brain is literally energy depleted. Creatine helps replenish that energy system. There are emerging studies right now showing that creatine may actually help cognitive performance when you're sleep deprived. That's huge, guys. Shift workers, parents, entrepreneurs, anyone not getting 8 hours, perfect hours of sleep at night. And women, please listen carefully. Creatine is especially powerful during hormonal fluctuations. There's increasing research looking at benefits during menstruation, premenopause, and even for mood support. This is not a bulking supplement, guys, okay? This is cellular energy supplement. And no, it does not make you puffy. Yes, you may hold a little bit more water in your muscle cells. That is intracellular water. That is not fat, okay? That is not bloat. That is muscle hydration. Okay, so the recommended dose, 3 to 5 grams daily. Consistency matters more than anything. That dosage is just for your muscles, okay? I want you to double it or even triple or quadruple it for your brain health. Part number 2, we're going to be going into protein, okay? So the non-negotiable, now let me be very clear about something, okay? You can obsess over your macros. You can track carbs. You can stress over fats. But if you're not hitting your protein supplement consistently, you are leaving results on the table. Protein is not optional. Okay, it's not optional, whether you're getting it from a meat source, whether you're getting it from a really good protein source. And so this is why protein is not optional, okay? It preserves muscle while dieting, builds muscle while training, supports your metabolism, keeps you fuller longer, stabilizes your blood sugar, supports hormones, helps recovery, supports immune function. And here's the big one. If you're in a calorie deficit and not eating enough protein, your body will break down your muscle tissue. Muscle is metabolically active. Muscle is what gives you shape. Muscle is what gives your what keeps your metabolisms strong. Okay? So when women tell me I just want to tone, it's my favorite. Toning is muscle and lower body fat. Okay. That is what toning. You can't tone without protein. I would rather you hit your protein target every single day than get your macros perfectly balanced, but fall short of your protein, right? So that's how important it is. And that's why I stress, and that's why I sell protein now, especially for people that are a little bit more vegetarian friendly. I do support protein that is an all around really good protein with all your macros in it. So that's the essential meal protein that I use. It's got your 25 grams of protein in it, and it has all of your macros for one meal. And that's that replacement one. So if you ever need a clean vegan protein that has very good sources of protein in it, then let me know and I can get you started on that. So the next thing and the last thing I really want to talk to you guys about is calories and macros still do matter. And that was my video that I posted in our group about the calories and macros and why they matter. So now let's just balance this out, okay? If your goal is fat loss, you do not need to understand your calorie intake, okay? You don't need to understand it. You must be in a deficit. Not starving, not guessing, not eating clean, but hoping, a measurable deficit. And if your goal is muscle building, you need to know that you are eating enough. You cannot grow in a calorie deficit, right? So this is where knowing your numbers really matter. Maintenance calories, protein target, carb range, fat range. You don't have to obsess forever, but you do need awareness. And that's what we're kind of bringing to the table right now is we're building awareness. You guys all have your BMRs and your BMIs calculated, hopefully, and it's in your book. If you don't know, there is a QR code that you can get all of your macro numbers exact. So as we bring it all together, okay, this is the hierarchy I teach. Hit your protein goals. This is non-negotiable. Figure out what your protein needs to be with what your goals are at, okay? If you need help, you can always reach out to me. I'm always here for you. And then make sure your calories align with your goal. So if you're trying to build muscle, if you're not trying to lose any body fat, then you're going to be not in a calorie deficit. If you're trying to lose body fat and you're trying to tone up, you need high protein and you need to be in a calorie deficit as well. So I would say like 2 to 3, maximum 500 for your calorie deficit. You want to lift weights, okay? You want to be getting heavier with your weights. Add creatine if you want enhanced recovery, strength, and brain support and hormonal health. Be consistent longer than you think you need to be, okay? Be consistent. Creatine is not magic. Protein is not magic, but consistency with the basics, that's absolute magic, okay? So my final message today is stop overcomplicating this. You do not need 12 supplements, you do not need to fear creatine, and you do not need to cut carbs into oblivion, okay? You need adequate protein, structured training, proper calorie awareness, patience, and discipline. And that's what we're building in this 90-day transformation is we're totally building the discipline. So if you are a new mom, exhausted, rebuilding, support your brain and body, okay? If you're in your 40s and 50s, navigating hormones, muscle is your superpower. If you're trying to lose weight, protect your muscle at all costs, okay? Protein builds it, creatine supports it, training stimulates it. Your job? Show up daily. And remember, you're not trying to be smaller, you are trying to be stronger. And strength changes absolutely everything. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've learned quite a bit on the subjects creatine and protein and why we need it and why we stress it so badly in this world of fitness and health. I look forward to your next lesson. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next video.